on? I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Welcome to Dr. Boyce Daily Stock Market. My name is Dr. Boyce Watkins. And on Dr. Boyce Daily, I like to give you guys a breakdown of some of the things that are happening in financial markets that I think you would be interested in. And also, don't forget, follow me on Twitter. My Twitter is Dr. Boyce Watkins 1, Dr. Boyce Watkins, and the number 1. I put that up here in the chat. And as I get ready to watch the Olympic trials this weekend, I'm super excited about that. I saw some financial news that I thought would be worth a discussion. This has to do with a big cyber attack. There was a pretty devastating cyber attack that hit a lot of the automobile manufacturers or the auto dealers around the country, and it was through this company called CDK that processes a lot of their software, and it's pretty much frozen a lot of these dealerships. It says here on CBS News that car dealers across the U.S. are floundering after cyber attacks this week on CDK Global, a maker of software used to operate their businesses, made it all but impossible to sell vehicles. So they weren't able to sell any cars today. Tom Maoli, who owns Celebrity Motor Car Company, which operates 5 luxury car dealerships across New York and New Jersey, told CBS Money Watch that his business is completely shut down. He says, we cannot process paperwork. Everything's frozen. Everything's tied up. We cannot move money back and forth to pay off cars to finance our customers' transactions, he said. Such disruptions are particularly damaging to sales-driven businesses like auto dealerships, where car shoppers who are primed to lay down their cash on a vehicle may walk away when faced with frustrating delays. Maoli said that while he's trying to keep customers engaged, he has no sense of when his sales systems will be fully functional again, leaving the business in limbo. The company's dealer management system, which is used by some 15,000 car dealerships, remain unavailable Thursday and Friday. So basically, they are processing all these automobile transactions with pen and paper. They can't even use the computers anymore, which is just kind of crazy. And it really makes me think about cybersecurity. And I really feel that we're vulnerable in a lot of areas that we don't know that we're vulnerable. I remember seeing something somewhere where there was a guy who ran a cybersecurity company who said that he thinks that that some of these attacks are literally the preparation for a bigger attack, that they can then, that other countries are positioning themselves so that if there's a war, they can come in and they can shut down the water, shut down the electrical grid, and shut down all kinds of other communication services that we might need in order for us to function like a society. So I would encourage you to kind of think about these sorts of things and sort of imagine what would happen if I couldn't pick up the cell phone and call my spouse, or if I couldn't go to the grocery store and get food or whatever, because if they shut these systems down, then we're in big trouble. Now, before I move on, though, I want to say hello to everybody. I see Yoshika. How you doing, Yoshika? And DDS. Thank you for holding it down, DDS. I've seen you in the chat for years, and I appreciate you so much. Afia Burwell, and Tony C. Good to see you. Shout out the city you're from, and also give me a quick yes. Let me know you can hear me okay. Let me know my audio is coming through all right. And I want to let everybody know that a lot of this content, when I do this sort of daily pop-ins and talk about the markets and all that, I actually put this in a separate podcast on Spotify called Dr. Boyce Daily Stock Market. So if you go look up Dr. Boyce Daily Stock Market, these are just sort of stock market updates. If that's of interest to you, then you can find these things in here. And I see my friend Armando Pantillo just started following me on TikTok. What's up to everybody on TikTok? Armando is just this great guy. His name is Tall Guy Tycoon, and he is really tall. And he came to our stock options summit that we had in Los Angeles, and I really like Armando. He's a very nice guy, and I just respect that brother immensely. And he's one of the great experts on crypto that I respect just at the highest levels. So anyway, let's keep going. So Earth Envy from Houston. Let's keep talking about this cyber attack. Hit the thumbs up button, thumbs up, share, subscribe if you have not done that yet. So here's some more details in terms of what's been going on. Basically, the car dealers are trying to work through their damaged systems. CDK Global is working to restore normal operations. In addition to immediate operational disruptions, dealerships are bracing for long-term impacts, including damage to their reputations, potential legal repercussions. That means that if people can't do what they got to do, or they lose money because of your mistake, they're going to sue you. So there is sort of this cyber issue. And also, if you remember last week, does anybody remember last week where the main company that runs the software for a lot of healthcare providers went down? And I remember calling my doctor and trying to make an appointment. And my doctor, the nurse that answered the phone, was like, "We can't make an appointment right now because the system's down or something, or because because we got hacked." And I just really thought about that, and I said, okay, so that means you got hackers that now have access to the medical records of millions and millions of people, right? So they're getting the medical records, they're hacking into pretty much every kind of system imaginable. I know that there is a rise in hacking, right? So if you were to look at financial stats on the rise in hack attacks in the last year, I remember seeing something that said something like um, these smaller countries, the North Koreas and other places, have been able to really, just sort of expand their data breaches, partly because of things like artificial intelligence, like AI is making it easier for them to break into people's systems. I'm looking here. The global cost of cybercrime reached about $6 trillion per year in 2023, which is a big increase from, say, 2015, where it was $3 trillion a year. So it's projected to grow by 10.5 trillion annually by the year 2025. The number of ransomware attacks increased by 150% in the last year. So the average ransom payment, it rose to 1.85 million compared to 1.4 million in 2022. Data breaches exposed over 20 billion records. 20 billion. Lord Jesus. 20 billion records in 2023, a substantial rise from 15 billion in 2022. The average cost of a data breach reached 4.24 million per incident, up from 3.86 million the previous year. Phishing attacks surged by 80% in the last year, with businesses losing an estimated $17,700 per minute due to these attacks. Due to the increase in cyber threats, organizations have ramped up their cybersecurity spending. Global cybersecurity spending exceeded 150 billion in 2023, which is a 12% increase from 2022. So basically, if you look at this, right now, you guys know I see every setback as a potential opportunity. So what I'm going to do is give you a stock that I'm going to buy on Monday that will help to benefit financially from this. There's a company called Palo Alto Networks. The ticker symbol is PANW, that is well poised to benefit from this increase in cyber attacks. So PANW, I think I own some Palo Alto Networks. I think I'm gonna buy some more. And then another stock you may look at is CrowdStrike. That's CRWD, CrowdStrike. Again, this is not investment advice, but this is me basically saying that whenever you see the world changing, that's an opportunity for you to position yourself to benefit financially. So I encourage you to feel free to take a look. I'm not telling you what to buy. I don't give investment advice on this platform. You have to make your own decision. But at the same time, if you want to know what Dr. Boyce is doing, that's what Boyce is doing. That's what I'm doing. I'm Boyce. I should not talk about myself in the third person. My wife says that sounds weird. All right. So anyway, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button, thumbs up, share, subscribe. Also, next week, I'm going to do a special session on Tuesday called How to Invest in the Stock Market. This is for everybody that's a beginner, everybody that wants to get started, everybody that wants to get moving. All the studies show, I wrote my dissertation on the stock market. I've written research papers on the stock market. Every study shows that stock market investing is the best way to improve your wealth. And so if you want to join this session for free on Tuesday and get access to the materials, you can do a $1 trial in our stock market program. It's very popular. The URL is on the screen. If you see the screen, it's theblackstockmarketprogram.com. THE, that's theblackstockmarketprogram.com. It's been around for years in the Black Business School, and everybody loves it. So feel free to go to theblackstockmarketprogram.com, do the trial. I will let you into the class on Tuesday, and you can have all the slides and everything else, and I will get you started. But you got to get started. You got to invest. That's extremely important. All right, so let's see here. Pinky says, Dr. Boyce, all these cyber attacks, and that's why I keep my credit score low. They steal my identity. He said, okay, you put the N word. We're not gonna do that today. We're not gonna be iggas today. We're not gonna be iggas. We're gonna be bigger figures. That's what we're gonna be bigger figures, but we ain't gonna be iggas. And you know what I'm talking about. Steal my identity and end up even broker than before. That's true. They steal your identity. That's bad. I learned how from you about 5 years ago. Good. All right, early morning vibes. All right, so you've been paying attention. I respect you for that. United Healthcare has several lawsuits for using AI to auto-deny claims. Interesting. I did not know that, Vape King. Thank you for sharing that. Let's see. What people ought to be looking at is cybersecurity software company stock and tech stocks. Yes. So Palo Alto Networks is a stock that I'm going to buy shares in, PANW, and CrowdStrike, CRWD. Those are two stocks. Hopefully that helps you in your investing journey. Again, not investing advice, but that's what I'm going to do. Now, in terms of kind of a conclusion on this, I think it's going to get worse. From most of my research, I'm finding that we're just not ready for a world with AI. I don't think we're ready for the security threats that will exist once AI kind of starts to really grab a hold of things. I think AI is advancing faster than the population is keeping up with it. And I think that as AI continues to advance, you're going to see more of these issues kind of pop up. And that's why I think companies like Palo Alto Networks and CrowdStrike will be good stocks to own, because I think that cybersecurity in the age of AI is going to become a completely different industry from what it is right now. Right now, in terms of that CDK hack, the dealerships are in big trouble. They can't even access customer data, which affects their ability to follow up, to do sales, or anything like that. And this is just going to be a complete mess for them to clean up once it's done. And also, it kind of just speaks to the fact that I don't think, as a society, that we spent enough time thinking about backup plans in case our technology goes down. I mean, if you think about your own life, what if your cell phone wasn't working? What if the internet wasn't working? All these are realities. These are things that can actually happen. And so I would say that before these things happen, maybe kind of imagine, okay, what's our family plan in the event that you're at school and you're at work and I'm at work, and then then the grid goes down, or there's a nuclear attack or something, and we have to find a way to get together. I think having a plan for that might be like a good idea. And in fact, actually, I think I'm going to talk to my family about it again to make sure everybody gets the plan, because I don't think any of us would be really prepared for that. And I think other countries kind of know this, right? They kind of, the United States is kind of an insecure country. We have a lot of people coming across the border every day. We don't know who's coming in. We got terrorist cells, I'm sure, that they're coming into, and I just don't know what that's going to look like. I kind of worry about our country going forward. I don't think that we're really prepared for the future. But then again, maybe I don't want to be alarmist, but that's what it is. All right. So anyway, before I go, I want to remind everybody that I do have this podcast on Spotify. If you want to pop in and follow Dr. Boyce Daily Stock Market, you can get daily updates on market conditions and what's happening in the world of economics. Feel free to look for Dr. Boyce Daily Stock Market. Also, we do Money in the Morning financial consciousness training to teach the art of economic elevation. It's totally free. This class is free. You will love it. Everybody loves it. Thousands of people have already signed up for the class. It does not cost a nickel. You don't have to pay money, but you got to pay attention. If you want to join the class, we meet tomorrow morning, every morning, 10 a.m. Eastern. If you want to join us, just text the word morning, MORNING, to the number 87948. So if you text morning to 87948, I'll send you an invitation tomorrow. Also, if you live out of the country and you can't text the word morning to 87948, then just go to drboyceelevate.com. You can sign up there to drboyceelevate.com. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Have a great day. God bless you. I'll pop back in a little bit later when I find some more stuff out there. And again, the two stocks that I liked right now are Palo Alto Networks, ticker symbol PANW, and CrowdStrike. That's CRWD. So feel free to take a look at that. All right, I'll see you guys later. Have a good day. Take care. Hit the thumbs up button. Peace.